Welcome to Vamo Radio. I am your host today, Sheila, and I am joined by the lovely and wonderful Rahayu. Rahayu, how are you doing today?
Great. Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. So, first and foremost, are we ready for the holiday season?
We are ready for the holiday season. Yes, it is actually snowing in New Jersey right now.
Oh my goodness. See, I'm in North Carolina and we have not gotten even a sprinkle-ish of snow
I'm
yet. I'm
I'm
sad.
headed to North Carolina in a few days.
Oh, I love that. I'm assuming you have some family out here.
Yes.
Well, the weather's been
Great.
great. It's been a little cold at night, but the weather's been great. So I'm sure you're gonna just love every moment about it.
Great.
So, do you want to give us a little bit of background about yourself, about your musical experience, especially for all of our listeners who are newer to hearing about you?
Yes. So I pretty much have been on this music journey for about 3 years now. Just writing music, putting it out there on all the musical platforms. I just finished an EP with 5 songs that I'm really excited about.
So,
So,
what made you decide to get into the world of music?
oh my goodness, I have been singing since the age of 10 years old. Just growing up in the church singing at a very young age. And I just over the years have just now really decided that I wanted to share, my music with the world. And I just love music. It's just such a huge part of my life. So yeah.
I love that, especially to get that courage to kind of start sharing your music with the world. Like, we
Mhm.
all love to sing and do things like that, but to have that bravery and that courage to start sharing it takes a lot.
Yeah.
So, you did mention you have this new EP, which is super exciting.
Mhm.
It's called Fourscore and Two. So, what
Yeah.
can you share with us about that?
So Fourscore and Two is actually I named it Fourscore and Two because it's actually dedicated to my dad who passed away in 2017. And at that time he was 82 years old. So this album is pretty much dedicated to him, to anyone who actually has lost a loved one. It's a compilation of songs. So one of the songs is Forever and Always, which is kind of a love song. It's for anyone who's getting married, who is thinking about renewing their vows. It's just a beautiful love song. And I collaborated with a gentleman named Francis Eat, who is a music producer, singer, songwriter himself from Nigeria. He actually collaborated with me on that song. Has a beautiful voice, as well as my song Woman, which recently won an Exposing Music Award this year. So for best world's original song this year, named and it's entitled Woman. So I pretty much put all I've written I think about 11 songs, Sheila. I'm not even sure, I've lost count, but these 5 songs really resonated with my audience. So I just wanted to put them all on one um like one album so everyone could listen to it. So it's been an exciting journey. My song "You Bring Me Joy" has been on the top 10 list of Theory Radio, and it reached number 4 on Theory Radio. And another song is "You Are the One." They're all my favorite songs. Yeah.
I love that
Mhm.
so much. And it's got to be hard to pick too, especially if you say
Mhm.
you have like 11 songs that you've written and you're
Yes.
going to put like 4 or 5 on an EP and trying to
Mhm.
decide which ones are your favorite, which ones are going to resonate the most with people. That is not easy at
It's
all.
not. It's really isn't. And I have 2 songs that's really my favorite for personal reasons. So my song Message, which was written which I wrote during a time of crisis. And that song is pretty much for my son, dedicated to my son. But it's a song that's really pretty much for anyone who is experiencing any type of crisis or who've gone through, who's struggling with anything in life. And that song also that
Gosh,
song
because we can't
also
hang it out.
won an Exposing Music Award last year for Best Alternative Song. And that song was pretty much in I have someone, his name is Yashiru, and he actually put some added touches to the song. So that I love. And it's a song that pretty much is relaxes if you dealing with anxiety or depression. He added, and I'm not sure if he knows it or not, but it's called bilateral stimulation. He added that component to the song. So when you listen to the song with earbuds or a headphone and you just get in a quiet space and you listen to that song, it pretty much puts you in this meditative state of relaxation.
Nice. So I've heard of those before, and I've listened to songs like that before where
Mhm.
it plays different ways into each of your ears. And when you
Yes.
listen to it, you're going to hear those different sounds. And like you said, it puts you into that kind of state. I love that so
Yes.
much.
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. So
And
now,
mhm.
with the other songs that you have, do you have plans to release any of those ones that you
I
have
do. Oh,
released?
well, I have I was really done. I went to the studio a few months ago and I was like, okay, this is the last few songs that I'm recording, and I'm pretty much not recording anymore. I just want to focus on promoting the music, promoting my book, and I'm not really gonna put out any more music. But then I was like, okay, one more one more song for 2025 that I don't have a title for yet. That I'm possibly going to release in 2025. And then that'll be pretty much it. And I'm just going to focus on promoting the music, trying to showcase my music, focus on my book. And yeah.
And speaking of your book, I'm very excited to share this with everybody. So it's called You Can't, So You Don't. Can you
Yes.
tell us a little bit about this?
You can't, so you don't. So this is really a book that's pretty much for anyone who is really just trying to reevaluate your life's purpose. Why am I here? Who am I? What is my existence on earth for? If you're trying to overcome any obstacles in your life, becoming more self-aware, this is the book to purchase. And it's just a guide to really help anyone who's felt stuck or who struggle with fear, or doubt in their life, and they haven't been able to really move forward in their life's purpose. Then the book you can't, so you don't is the book to purchase. Also, it is a faith-based book. So I wrote the book also from a spiritual perspective due to my upbringing in the church and believing that there is something bigger, a higher power than myself. And so it is pretty much faith based, but it's really a book for anyone who feels lost in this world and who would like to move forward. So it's a short read. It's like 150 pages. It's 15 chapters. And what I did at the end, the last chapter, I wrote I labeled it the beginning, because this book was actually the start of something. I wrote this book before I started writing my music, before I started putting the music out. I wrote this book, and this was the beginning. And a song became a part of this book called Yes You Can. That was the first song I released 3 years ago. So I'm not actually singing on that song. There's another artist that I that I allowed to sing the song. I was like, he has to sing this song, and it's such a beautiful song. It's kind of like a country pop type of flair to the song. So that was a derivative of the book. You can't, so you don't.
I love that so
Mhm.
much. Now, do you have plans to continue writing? Because obviously everybody has these moments, and we all have moments where we just feel like stuck and lost in life. And
Mhm.
that's a great way to help everyone and anyone. So, do you see yourself continuing to write some great self-help books?
I am going to write, I am working on a children's book called Yes You Can for children. And so, yeah, because I'm not really an author. I'm really a novice at all of this. But I do want to I do believe I have a gift of encouragement, of spreading hope and healing. And I think it's so much needed in today's world. So I'm hoping that my music does that. and also that people are having fun with my music, and it is something that they can vibe to as well. But that will be my next book, is Yes You Can. It's a children's book about a little girl who desires to be an astronaut when she grows up, but she just pretty much doesn't believe in herself and believe that she could be an astronaut, when she gets older. And I think our youth really need to know that they can aspire to do whatever they would like to do. I have a mantra that I use daily for myself, which is accept, receive, believe, and achieve. And I recite that to myself over and over as I go through this musical journey, and as I, collaborate and network, and I get to speak to amazing people like yourself on Vamo Radio, and in different platforms. So
That is so amazing. I love, and any
mhm,
parent knows that when your kids cannot do something, they are sitting here and they're like, I just can't, I don't know how. And they get so down on themselves. And as adults,
mhm,
we do the same thing. So it's beautiful that you're like
yeah,
connecting every single thing together. You're connecting the book to your music, you're extending it to children now. That is phenomenal. And you can tell, like, just you're extremely positive person. Your vibes are just beautiful. And I think that it's one of those things that you're meant to be doing this.
thank you. Thank
So
you.
now for the rest of 2025, what are
Mhm,
the other plans? What else are we going to see? I know we mentioned a potential single. What are the
mhm.
other plans?
Yeah, so for 2025, I'm just going to continue to work on myself, to really hone in on my craft, listen to the positive critiques as well as the not so positive critiques, which I've been really doing, and has been really helping me to really expand upon my craft in music, and to really put something out there that I think my audience would like to hear. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing, and just trying to really promote my music, continue to network and collaborate with other artists. Yeah,
I
I'm
love that
doing
so
that.
much. I feel like 2025 is going to be a really great year for
I believe
everyone,
so,
for
yeah.
you, and I'm excited to see what the new year brings.
Yes, I am too. I'm really excited to see what 2025 brings. Just being able to get the recognition and credit for my song "Woman" and the song "Message," and the song "You Bring Me Joy." It means a lot to independent and unknown artists such as myself. And for us to have platforms like this where we could share with other people, and for them to get to know us, means so much. So hopefully I'll be able to get to showcase my music, because I haven't actually really performed anywhere. So maybe one day I'll get to perform and to showcase my music with the
And
world.
you have to start somewhere, even if it's online. Like, even if
Yeah,
you're online, like
yeah,
performing and
yeah,
posting it online on social media, people love that stuff. So that would even be a great way to start. That's a
yeah.
whole other challenge though. You talk about
It
conquering
is.
fears. That is a big fear.
Definitely a whole nother challenge. And for me to do this, and to speak with you, like, this is really um is out of my comfort zone. So that was a place I really needed to get to, because I don't want to give any credence to, like, fear and to doubt and to anxiety and those things that I struggled with many years ago. So for me to be sitting here and speaking to you, and just to showcase my talent and to talk to other people and let them see another side of me that I wouldn't normally show, is really huge for me, because that was something, a real obstacle that I had to overcome.
Well, I'm beyond glad that you took the time to speak with me today and with Vamo Radio, because you are extremely talented. You have a lot to share and give to this world. And I cannot wait to share all of this with all of our listeners.
Thank you so much, Sheila, for just inviting me to Family Radio and to speaking with me. It's been
You
awesome.
are so, so welcome. And of course, like before we finalize everything and end the interview, we need you to go ahead, list off all your socials, where everyone can listen to your music, where they can find that book.
Yes. So my book, you can't so you don't. You can find it on smile.amazon.com. A portion of the proceeds will go to NAMI, which is National Alliance for Mental Illness. My music is everywhere. You can find it on Spotify, on Pandora, on Deezer, on Napster, on most musical platforms. If you want to hit me up on Instagram, you can hit me up on Instagram at T Rahayu _ Hope. You can find me on TikTok at Rahayu Hope.
Perfect. Rahayu, thank you so much for taking time, especially during the busy holiday season, to speak with me and Vamo Radio. And I'm going to look forward to hopefully getting to chat with you again in 2025 with some more music, some more books, more of anything.
I hope so. Thank you so much. This has been awesome.
You are so welcome.